Depression Dante was estimated based on all available data at 1,115 kilometers east-northeast of Central Luzon or 1,130 kilometers east of Northern Luzon. Now, it is currently its intensity is currently maximum sustained winds of 45 kilometers per hour. Near the center, gustiness up to 55 kilometers per hour and a central pressure of 1,000 hectopascals. Its present movement is currently north-northwest for 20 kilometers per hour, and the extent of the tropical cyclone winds is strong winds extend outwards up to 220 kilometers from the center. Now currently, no. Our heavy rainfall outlook will refer to weather advisory number 29 later. Now severe winds, the enhanced southwest monsoon will bring strong to gale force gusts over the following areas, especially coastal and upland exposed to winds for today: Zambales, Bataan, Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Visayas, and Dinagat Islands. Tomorrow, Ilocos Region, Zambales, Bataan, Bulacan, Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Visayas, Zamboanga del Norte, Misamis Occidental, Lanao del Norte, Camiguin, and Dinagat Islands. Friday, July, Manila, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Visayas, Benguet, Zamboanga del Norte, Misamis Occidental, Lanao del Norte, Camiguin, and meters over the seaboard, Mindoro, and Calamian Islands. All mariners of small sea crafts, including all types of motor bangkas, are advised to ill-equipped vessels. So up to 2.5 meters of waves to the seaboards of Babuyan and Ilocos region, the southern seaboard of Bataan, and the western seaboards of Cavite, Batangas, and Palawan. Up to 2 meters are the seaboards of Camarines Norte, Oriental Mindoro, Marinduque, and Romblon, the northern and eastern seaboards of Catanduanes and northern Samar, the eastern seaboards of Albay, Sorsogon, and Davao Oriental, the western seaboards of Masbate, the southern seaboard of Quezon, and the remaining seaboard of Batangas and Occidental Mindoro, and the northern seaboard of Camarines Sur. Mariners of motor bangkas and similarly sized vessels are advised to take precautionary measures while venturing out to sea. Any possible avoid navigation. Forecast to move northward or north-northwestward over the Philippine Sea from tonight to tomorrow before turning northwestward towards the Ryukyu Islands and the East China Sea. On the track forecast, Dante may exit the Philippine area of responsibility on Thursday or on Friday. Dante may reach tropical storm category tomorrow. Further intensification into a severe tropical storm remains less likely, but it is not ruled out. Considering these developments, the public and disaster risk reduction and management offices are concerned are advised to take all necessary measures to protect life and property. Persons living in areas identified to be highly or very highly susceptible to these hazards. For heavy rainfall warnings area, please monitor products issued by your local Pag-asa Regional Services Division. The next tropical cyclone bulletin will be issued at 11 p.m. today. Ito po yung track ni Dante. Po. And then, ito naman po yung track and intensity forecast ni Dante. Ayan po. So, 12-hour forecast. So, 6 p.m. 1,005 kilometers east of extreme northern Luzon. Um, intensity is 55 kilometers per hour. Category tropical depression. Direction and speed is north-northwestward at 20 kilometers per hour. 6 a.m. tomorrow, 990 kilometers east of extreme northern Luzon, 65 kilometers per hour. Category tropical storm moving north at 15 kilometers per hour. 6 p.m. July 23, 815 kilometers northeast of extreme northern Luzon. Movement is west-northwestward at 20 kilometers per hour. 6 a.m. July 24, 735 kilometers east-northeast of Bayat and 6 p.m. July 24, 715 kilometers northeast of Bayat Batanes outside PAR. Tropical depression na lang siya at 25 730 kilometers northeast of Bayat Batanes outside PAR, and it is gonna be a remnant low. Okay, now let's move on to our heavy rainfall warning number 41 by the Pag-asa Regional Surveillance Division, National Capital Region. Okay, as of 5 p.m., orange rain warning level is currently raised over Zambales, Bataan, Metro Manila, Rizal, Cavite, Pampanga, Laguna, Batangas, specifically Laurel, Talisay, Agoncillo, San Nicolas, Taal, Lemery, Calaca, Balayan, Nasugbu, Lian, Tuy, Calatagan, Santo Tomas, Tanawan, Malvar, Balete at Mataas na Kahoy. Tarlac, specifically Bamban, Capas, and San Jose. And Bulacan, specifically Giginto, Bukawe, Pandi, San Rafael, Angat, Santa Maria, May Kawayan, Marilao, Obando, Bulacan, Malolos, Balagtas, Ombong, Hagonoy, plus currently San Ildefonso and San Miguel, Lobo, Mabini, Padre Garcia, Rosario, San Jose, San Juan, San Luis, San Pascual, Santa Teresita, Taysan at Tingloy. For Quezon, specifically Sampaloc, Infanta, General Lacar, Real, Mauban, Lukban, Tayabas, Lucena, Tiao, Dolores, San Antonio, Candelaria at Sariraya. And Tarlac, specifically Concepcion, La Paz, Tarlac City, Pura, Gerona, Paniki, San Manuel, Ramos, Anao, Moncada, Victoria, Camiling, San Clemente, San Ignacia at Mayuntok. Flooding in flood affecting Baysia and Quezon, specifically Pagbilao, Angdangan, Alabat, Atimonan, Buena Vista, Budeos, Calawag, Katanawan, General Luna, Binayangan, Gumaka, Umalig, Lopez, Macalelon, Ulanay, Padre Burgos, Panukulan, San Andres, San Francisco, San Narciso, and management officers concerned are advised to monitor the weather condition and watch for the next warning to be issued at 8 p.m. today. Weather advisory number 29 for Southwest Monsoon, 5 p.m. July 22, 2025. Heavy rainfall outlook. From today to tomorrow afternoon, over 200 millimeters of rain are expected in Zambales, Bataan, Metro Manila, Cavite, Batangas, and Occidental Mindoro. 100 to 200 millimeters of rain are expected over are expected over Pangasinan, Benguet, Tarlac, Pampanga, Bulacan, Laguna, and Rizal. And 50 to 100 millimeters of rain are expected over Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, La Union, Abra, Nueva Ecija, Quezon, Oriental Mindoro, Palawan, Marinduque, Romblon, Masbate, Sorsogon, Albay, Camarines Sur, Catanduanes, Antique, Iloilo, Guimaras, and Negros Occidental. From tomorrow afternoon to Thursday afternoon, over 200 millimeters of rain are expected over Pangasinan, Zambales, and Bataan. 100 to 200 millimeters of rain are expected over La Union, Benguet, Pampanga, Bulacan, Metro Manila, Cavite, Batangas, Laguna, Rizal, and Occidental Mindoro. 50 to 100 millimeters of rain are expected over Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, Abra, Ifugao, and Mountain Province, Nueva Vizcaya, Tarlac, Nueva Ecija, Quezon, Oriental Mindoro, Palawan, Marinduque, Romblon, Alted, over Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, La Union, Pangasinan, Zambales, and Bataan. 50 to 100 millimeters of rain are expected over Apayao, Abra, Benguet, Tarlac, Pampanga, Bulacan, Metro Manila, Cavite, Batangas, Rizal, Laguna, Quezon, Occidental Mindoro, Oriental Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon, Palawan, and Antique. Forecast rainfall may be higher in mountainous and elevated areas. Moreover, impacts in some areas may be worsened by significant antecedent rainfall. The public and disaster risk reduction and management officers concerned are advised to take all necessary measures to protect life and property. Pag-asa Regional Surveillance Division may issue heavy rainfall warnings, rainfall, or thunderstorm advisories and other severe weather information specific to their areas of responsibility as appropriate. For additional information, the key difference between a heavy rainfall warning and a weather advisory lies in their forecast period, coverage areas, and accuracy. I have our technology to track real-time rainfall intensity. Other outlook on the potential weather disturbances, but please refer to the heavy rainfall warnings issued by the respective Pag-asa Regional Surveillance Division. Ingat po kayong lahat, stay safe and dry, and kaya nandito ka